Alright, so let's back up.
In Mexico.
You don't have to fill out a set SQD.
Well, I know, I was gonna do that. Sometimes what I do is I do the easy stuff, like if it's public water, fill public water, that kind of thing,
He
right?
was like, he's calling me from Mexico, I was like, tell him.
But I can just take it and be like, hey, fill this out, but he's probably gonna have that same.
I only called when I had to.
So what I do is,
Yeah.
I would send it to somebody who,
Sorry.
what's that?
He doesn't.
Right, did she talk to you about my issue yet?
It's not matter, it's running.
Have
I
you
just
tried
did this
any
with
of
the guy
your
who-
septic inspection?
Welcome.
Yes.
I'm happy, that's all.
They, what do you do when they didn't elect it on the initial contract? They went through, so we're supposed to be closing next week,
He doesn't know.
and they went through yesterday, and did a septic inspection of the lender was requiring without even, and now there's a $9,000 septic that's needed.
Are you listening?
It's never a problem until it's a problem, and as soon as it becomes a problem.
So I should just
How we doing?
say no, we're not taking care of it.
To be sure that you're,
This is Union Tree Road, remember that?
and I would just really encourage you to.
Talk to Scott first.
So would you?
I did.
Send a lot of.
Would you
He
do
said he's never.
So, if they didn't elect it,
No.
it's not necessarily.
Not coming 5 days before closing and just all of a sudden saying we need this inspection. I don't,
I would do what.
and they've had the contract for like.
I would go from the house. to the house.
It's Wells Fargo too. I can't get hold of anyone. So it's really, I haven't called this Fedra, if you remember him.
It's on Facebook.
He's already used 25 grand. And he's like.
He said it was hit or miss, because they have their team meeting the same day,
Yeah,
so depends.
Their team?
yeah. Okay.
This happened like.
No, Harrisburg East.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised.
Because he's broker at Harrisburg East. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So, let me think on it.
I did not know that.
yeah.
What'd you get?
Okay.
I feel like.
I used to be a soda maniac, and I think
My husband and I have quit.
We have the issue of distance.
when you drove in the middle of nowhere, no one heard you, and they never talk about it. Like water was like not something. It was either like dad's Diet Pepsi or my Mountain Dew. That was all we ever drank.
That was.
It was like whatever the flavor of Mountain Dew at the time was, like, there was like the game fuels of like World of Warcraft and all that. Yeah, there was Live Wire, Cobra. So that was my mega adventure.
Thank you.
That was hard to quit.
It's like all the.
I love it. I still do like social media.
Yeah, I can't not, like if I need the help.
Yeah, like at
my
night,
brain,
if I'm
like,
like playing video games or something, I always have seltzer water or something, because it feels like old time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So.
While you're playing Call of Duty.
No one has.
I don't really drink alcohol. I do like seltzer.
This year, we usually go back. First game, so like watch football and have late night snacks or anything. We're gonna go this year, hang out at our house. Relax. Usually all our kids. We're gonna go out this year. So excited. Hard to explain. Hey, what are you doing? Very nice. Don't you watch?
Can I sit next to you?
No.
Might be getting on the plate.
Are you like good at making it? I'm good at making it, but that's the thing, so like, I've never, for the holiday, like, I've never been
That'll
done.
be really.
But yeah. Yes, like, people only get gratitude for all your. Yeah. But she ain't, what she said is true.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Good. I like the Jays. Classics today.
I watched a brief game against the
You working any more family?
And also.
Like everyone's talking trash on them for the longest time.
And they play like, they play overseas. Yeah, they did.
I think they'll be.
I think they will. I mean, that's what we always do. And whether they will or not.
Maybe you can buy me a car next time. You can buy me a car.
I don't mind the Steelers. I like it better without them.
Oh, dear. You saw it right now.
Like, I don't know why.
I still love that, man.
Oh, I like them as
Eagles are
players.
in my house and in my family hardcore, so.
How much you think
That's
they're
the
gonna
other
go
side. We're
for?
big PA
Yeah.
football people.
Oh, yeah.
About, yep, that's it.
No.
I still.
June, let me buy them off.
Like not itself. I like it. You know what I mean? I think they'll get it.
Like, I'll get off like 2 weeks. And even though some of us are, like, I know, I know so much about it. Just get out of my system. And I'm just asking.
Are you a Penguins guy? Oh, I thought you were talking about the Christian guys for a second. I'm sorry.
I like the Bears better. Me and my brother.
I was gonna say, I can hear you, man. This is we might just try
This year too, right?
Yeah, we might go freebies.
Yeah. You two did.
No, I was going to, I used to, and then had a bit, so now it's like hard to get out of here. But we did like HLTV. Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's my,
We just didn't buy them at all this year.
my responsible just gets me tickets.
Yes, I have a lot of buddies who go all the time, so I get invited for free, like. What's that? Yeah.
There you go, baby.
Oh, I love it. It's so much.
I know I said that,
How much has it?
Yeah, we didn't plan that. And they were friendly. They were wild. I couldn't put it all. Yeah, I had fun out with my buddy.
Yeah, I just.
So like I do now.
And the food obviously
Expanded.
kind of adjusted,
But it's,
for me, being a dog.
First one. Next one.
Now I ask my,
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. But they were, I mean, all the percent.
Now it's crazy that she's still.
I mean, I heard it says now.
I go for the.
Get started. I want to be respectful of their time. I want you to have some time to just mingle. Today is definitely more casual, more about spending time together than anything else. And then we do have a pie event in here today, so we do have to be kicked out of here around 1-ish. So we can do a quick turnover, make sure the room is clean and ready to go. So if you didn't know, you can book the training room for events. So if you need to book the training room, you can email Erin, who I'm going to introduce to you today, and you can have that reserved for free. For client events, seminars, giveaways, things that you need in your business for 2025. So let's go ahead and get started. It wouldn't be a team meeting if I didn't have the TCPA guidelines up there. We can move on. I am compliant. And I would love to bring up Cheryl. She is our lunch sponsor today from First American Home Warranty. We actually were just tagging you in a thread this last week, so it became perfect timing. So she is our go-to rep for anything related to home warranty. So what?
Good morning, or is it afternoon? Time flies when you're having fun. So real quickly, I know many of you, I've been around a long time, almost 20 years. Well, it will be 20 years in February. Still love what I do, so I'm very fortunate. Love the company I work for. When it comes to home warranties, I don't just promote them. I also believe in them. I have one on my home. I've had for the last, 15, 16 years. Saved me a ton of money. I bought one for my mom as a Christmas gift. Hint, hint, if anybody doesn't know what to get their parents. Bought my mom was a Christmas gift about 6 years ago, and I continue to renew that for her. She's on a, fixed income, so it gives her peace of mind. I just want to share a quick story to demonstrate the value of a home warranty. So my neighbor's son, first time home buyer, buys a house. A few months later, he gets a home warranty. A few months later, he gives me a call. He said, I need to place a claim. And I said, great. Let me, tell you how the process works and call me if you need me. So a couple of weeks go by, I haven't heard from him, and I run into his mom and I said, how did Gabe make out with that claim? And she said, he had to save up the $100 for the first fee. So imagine if he had to pay the entire cost of the repair place. So that truly was a blessing to him. Talking about first time. So real quickly, this is what you'll find in your office. It's just a 4-page brochure, goes into the different pricing and the different plans that we have. If you scan this QR code, and this is really important because I always say the devil is in the details. So if you scan that QR code, it's going to give you a sample contract. The brochure that I laid out for you, it has both that information and the sample contract in it. So you'll know what you get when you scan that. Lots of comprehensive coverage. I'll just mention, because people question the different plans. So basic, well, first off, all of our plans cover heating, ductwork, air conditioning, all the major systems, plumbing, electrical, some of the appliances. The basic plan does not cover washer, dryer, or kitchen refrigerator. So if you bump, you either add that a la carte for $120, or if you bump to the Eagle Premier plan, it will add those 3 appliances and the first class upgrade. If you bump to the Max plan, you can get, in addition to those items, codes, mods, and more, and plumbing plus. So codes, mods, and more, I usually recommend if the systems are really old. If there's a concern that there could be a replacement during that first year, codes, mods, and more are going to give you up to $1,250 towards those non-covered costs. It has to be in conjunction with the first class upgrade, which then is going to cover the hallway fees, permit fees, code upgrades. So it's going to save them a substantial amount of money if we go into a replace. That's what I have on my home. That's what I have on my mom's home. Warranty can be put on a listing, kicks in your complimentary seller's coverage. In order to cover the seller for heating, ductwork, and air conditioning during the listing period, it is an option, no matter what plan you choose. So it's a $70 option. We'll give them, the seller, $1,500 worth of HVAC coverage during that listing period. Warranty can be canceled at any point prior to closing. So if you put it on a listing, either they take a lowball offer, they don't want to move forward with the warranty, it's pulled off the market, whatever happens, it can be canceled at any point prior to closing, even if we paid a claim under that seller's coverage. And there's no money due until closing. So we don't get paid until they get paid. Let's see, other stuff. And one last thing here. So we offer some complimentary marketing materials. I think I've mentioned these before, but just wanted to throw that out to you again because you guys looking for clients, right? So all of these pieces can be customized with your name, your office, your phone number, your photo. We have a quarterly newsletter that comes out. This you could actually attach it to an email list. Another one of those. We have open house feedback forms, just listed, just sold postcards. And this is one thing that the agents love. This is a maintenance guide that is great to give to your buyers. Hopefully they will refer to it throughout the first year, and that will help them keep your name fresh in their minds, because I'm sure you've heard the stats of how many buyers 6 months after closing have no idea who their agent was, right? And this is a referral business. So this is a great piece that you can give your buyers at closing. So we will print up to 25 of each of these and send them to you at no. That's 25 per month. All you have to do is set up an account. You don't have to have ever ordered a warranty from First American. You can start ordering those today if you want. Just go into the website, set up your account, and you're good to go. So I would love to partner with each and every one of you. I am available to answer your questions. I'm available to talk directly with your buyers or sellers because your job is to help them buy and sell real estate. My job is to explain the home. So if you ever need me, please reach out to me. Love to chat with you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. So just recap on who we are. Our core values are. We are. Keller Williams is that what today. Core values are positivity, integrity, strong work ethic, growth mindset, and. Our core focus, you should hear it a lot, is we're here to empower people to reach their goals and dreams by providing a collaborative community, supporting strong families and business. These are Keller Williams International's core values. So you'll also hear us refer to these at times. I got called out a few years ago at Bold because our agents didn't know what this was. So make sure you read the slide.
Also on the wall.
Also
over
on the
here.
wall, yes. Not I.
Not you.
Want to do housekeeping?
That's funny because it says.
Oh, no, I don't do housekeeping. Okay, so housekeeping. How many of you have a mailbox here at KW Central PA? How many of you have a mailbox at KWCPA? Yes. So please, they are getting a little cluttered. So before you leave today, please go check your mailbox, take stuff out of there. Usually right at the turn of the year, we do a clean out. And if there's anything left in there, which sometimes are thank you cards, gift cards or presents from clients and things like that in them. So please make sure that you clean out your mailbox. Check that every time you're in the office. That would be ideal. We also have a beautiful Christmas tree up in the cafe area that's just dying to be decorated. The decorations are there. Everything is there. Beth has got it all up and ready for us to decorate. If you're here today and you want to hang out in the cafe, have a cup of coffee and throw a couple ornaments on the tree, we would love that before we have our first official tree lighting. Tree lighting. I have a question for you. What's the best way to stuff turkey?
Before it's cooked.
Before it's cooked. Anybody not stuff the turkey? I'm not a stuffer, like I like it on the side, right? Yeah. Well, I think the best way to stuff a turkey.
Nice.
Come on. Good dad joke. Come on. Give it some pizza and ice cream.
I'll give you better one next time.
All right, hugs and kisses. Is it anybody here's first team meeting with us? I don't think so. So everybody knows the drill, how we do hugs and kisses. Who would like to start in this season of gratitude? Who'd like to share some love? Mr.
Tracy, Georgia. She here?
She was in the back. I'm gonna put it right here.
She helped me when I was away celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yay. Congratulations on your anniversary. I trust you had a lovely trip.
Yes, it's the same.
Yes, it's the same. It's the same. I'd
Yes,
like to give one to Maddie and Lance for taking Keller Williams Young Professionals and just running with it. I love the organization that they have with this event is really top notch. So kudos to both of you. You're welcome.
I guess I'm old if I don't know about it.
Yes.
You're married 10 years, you're old.
She told you about it, you're too
Those
old.
young at heart are
No, I
welcome.
forgot.
Those young at heart are welcome.
You just have to be young and.
Go out.
So I'd like to do one for Tracy as well. She did an amazing job with Bold, bringing that in. That's a lot of work. And she just does a lot for the office anyway. She works really hard. She really
We're
does.
very grateful.
Yeah, extremely grateful for her.
Absolutely.
I'd like to give one to Brittany. I just feel like you've been like sewing into everybody so much lately and you do it and you should be recommended.
I need to pick up some gluten-free, dairy-free.
Oh, wait, are they dairy-free?
We'll. Anybody else?
Can I take one from someone?
Oh, zing.
Yeah, I don't think that's okay.
Elaborate, please.
About Mac and.
All right, make him stand.
Oh, Mac and an iPhone, yeah, we'll save that for when he's here. We'll save that for when he's here, yeah. Anybody else want to give some love? I'd like to give one, I know Kyle has been helping with some social hours for 2025, sparking that idea. And give him two, because his girlfriend helped us with our recruiting packet for marketing, and it turned out phenomenal. So just amazing.
I'm gonna give one to Adrian. I was recruiting an agent to come on board our team. She came from another large brokerage that may or may not be owned by William Buffett. And she just didn't understand a whole lot about what KW has to offer, and it was just good to have her sit down and talk with another woman and answer a lot of questions, and we just made her feel really good. And so whereas typically I say, great, go see Adrian and get set up, there was I felt like I could only like 85% close this woman until she actually sat down with Adrian. And so Adrian actually helped close it, which is I think going way above and beyond what she should be doing. But she just really helped me, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Yvonne was a pleasure to work with. Absolutely pleasure. Yeah, Jason.
Julie and Julie
Julie.
for feeding so many families during the.
Oh,
holidays.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I would just want to give some like serious purpose. Oh, I do have some purple kisses, but some bold gratitude for everybody that like plugged into bold and like played all in and did the things. And like, I just, yeah, it was really, if Bo was here, I'd give him. But yeah. Yeah, it's a commitment. Yeah. Sure. Anybody else? Okay. All right, so agent of the month, so last month's core value award winners get to nominate this month's core value award winners. So just a refresher on how that works. So this month's agent of the month is, Dalton, do you want to come up and hand
Yeah.
yours off? Oh, yes, see, so you're here. He's here.
So I nominated Heather for the Core Value of the Month award. Me and Heather had a lot of time down in this room, not too long ago. We did a lot of work together. We brainstormed, came up with ideas. We problem solved. So I think if anybody deserves it, it's gonna be Heather. So.
Love that. I love that. Go ahead.
I also want to say something about these two, that during Bold, as you know, each team had to pick a team leader. And Dalton and Heather were team leaders, and I thought that was so cool that you two are there, you know, we're probably the newest, we just met a PC program, and they were team leaders for their teams for Bold this year. I thought that was pretty cool.
I love that. That's amazing. Yeah, kudos to both of you. Gary Muccio was also a core value winner last month, and he couldn't be here today, but he did bestow upon me the honor of awarding Beth Shank from our car parking lot. If you've been in the Carlisle office in the last couple weeks, months, you just know she has looked that place into shape. She is a go-getter. She is a let's get things done kind of girl. And Gary just wanted to make sure that she was with us. So. And both offices look beautiful because of her. Thank you, Beth, for all you do. Like truly, yes. She deserves it. Yeah. We had a few new agent, welcome. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here and yet, they wanted to make sure that, you all still knew that they are part of the KW family. If you're out and about doing, deals, we want to make sure that you know them. First, we have Stacy Kramer. Stacy came to us, probably about 3 to 4 weeks ago. And oddly enough, we have, another Stacy, so we're full of Stacy's joining. We have the Stacy Malott group, which consists of Stacy, her agent Sharon Puri and Aaron Ullum, who also joined. And they are in, primarily in the Chambersburg area. So if you have anything down that way, you make sure you reach out to them. Just add, we're very excited about this opportunity because not only are they a great culture fit for our organization, I think they're gonna blend in really well with our family and what we stand for. But this also gives us an opportunity to really expand into the Chambersburg and Franklin County areas. For one, I get a lot of text messages and I see it in the Facebook group of who do we know that'll take a deal out there because a lot of you don't want to drive that direction. So now we have a trusted in-house agent or team that you can send those referrals to. So we're excited to welcome them. We'll start seeing them more in our office, if not December, definitely January. So they're ready to come to team meetings and small groups. And really plug in. So when you see them around, please give them a warm welcome. All right, Miss Angie.
Hello.
So rates this week started off a little lower than they ended last week. So we're looking at like 6.5 for a standard conventional, 5% down program, which is looking a lot better than last week. Hopefully they continue to go down, but we will see. The market has kind of been a roller coaster for the last couple of months. So hopefully they stay down. One thing that Jeremy and I did notice is that we are starting to pre-approve and offers are starting to get accepted for a lot of VA customers. And our VA rates are pretty good. I just quoted someone 5.99 for a 0% down VA loan at $400. So if you have anyone that's looking into buying a house that qualifies for VA benefits, we have really competitive rates and really competitive closing costs for those programs. I know a lot of people really want to go to like maybe better USAA, think that we're better. So have them give us a second opinion. Generally speaking, we can get them a lower rate, better closing costs. Jeremy also just recently did an FHA loan at 561 credit score. So if you have someone that is on the lower end of the credit score spectrum that may have gotten turned down by another lender, send them our way. We might be able to make it work. We have a couple different lenders we work with that have a lot of flexible options for people with lower credit scores. So give us an opportunity and hopefully we can get something close for you guys. Thank you.
Aware to Andy's not gonna say this, so I will. If you have a buyer referral, send them directly to Angie. You don't have to go through Jeremy to get to Angie. You can actually just contact Angie. She is available evenings and weekends and does an incredible job for your clients. And those of you maybe in the room that haven't worked with VA buyers, often when she says about oftentimes they almost think that they have to use like a Navy Fed or a USAA or Veterans United.
I don't want to say that one.
What you can educate your clients on is those are options available, but there's actually local lenders who specialize in those programs that can offer better service and better rates. They just need educated because they don't know if they don't know. So. Thank you.
Can I plug on that?
Me.
I had a client that was having a hard time getting approved. We sent them through A+ and he got approved instantly, clear to close in a couple weeks. And we talked to many lenders.
And wasn't that the one that your closing got pushed back 10 days?
Not because of them,
Not because of them, the other lender,
there's another deal involved with it.
yeah, and it almost fell apart, but basically.
Yeah.
Angie and Jeremy were able to figure it out and make it work, so. Wow.
While I was in Mexico.
Love it. All right, so everybody should have this calendar on their tables in front of them. You're gonna see something new on here. So a lot of the feedback we received after Bold was they wish that part of Bold could continue we are working on a fun way to bring an in-house bowl back for 2025. But until then, I thought, why wait? So on Tuesdays, because I know a lot of you only come in for like Education Tuesdays, just to try to streamline your calendars, and I respect that. If you would like, it's completely optional, but Adrian and I, we do scripts and role play at 9:15 with the Erica Rawls team. And then we jump right into lead gen from 9:30 to 11. So we would love to invite all of you to lead generate with us. It can feel like a lonely job sometimes. So come in for community, we'll have music going. We can be spread out in the cafe or the training room, but it'll make the unsexy part of our roles feel a little bit more fun. I was listening to a Craig Rochelle podcast this morning. He has a phenomenal leadership podcast, and one of the things that he said was around the things that we don't like to do and the things that make us uncomfortable. That's where we grow. So we can be uncomfortable together and grow together with group lead gen on Tuesdays, if you so choose. So 9:15, what I'll do is break us up into groups for scripts and role plays. If we all tried to do it together, it would take far too long. So we'll do quick groups, who you're gonna call that day, decide which script you wanna practice, and then we'll jump into lead gen together. And then we'll have a couple classes. December is a little light just because of the holiday season. But we've got an exciting calendar that we're putting together for 2025. And then, of course, I think next slide is family reunion is in February. So far, the only keynote that they have announced is Jamie Kern Lima, author of Worthy. She is a phenomenal speaker. But this is one event that I highly recommend. Does anybody know if they're going? I know I'll be there. Anybody know if they're committing? Erica, Michelle, Amy? It's definitely worth, it's worth your investment. We'll talk more about that in January, but you can get tickets now before the prices increase later. All right, so just a quick, couple tech updates for you. I wish Sean was down here because she's like my poster child for utilization of Scott Leroy Marketing. So Scott Leroy Marketing is our virtual ASC, specifically Elizabeth, who I meet with on a weekly basis. We troubleshoot through any issues that the agents might be having. We talk about ways we can improve our systems and our methods to keep things streamlined here in the market center. You have access to them, email support, phone support, Zoom support, and you pay nothing for this. So if you need help designing an email signature, you can reach out to them and they'll design that for you. If you need help with something in Command, setting up a smart plan or running a campaign, you can reach out to them. They'll do a live phone call with you, or they'll jump on Zoom with you. You can share screens and all of that sort of thing. They also have every day at 1 o'clock for all of KW who utilizes them. Every day at 1 o'clock, they run a tech seminar via Zoom. And you can plug into those from wherever you are. They record them, they have a YouTube channel. So if there's something you aren't sure about in the world of KW tech, Scott Leroy is just a phenomenal resource. And like I said, Sean is like my poster child. She probably talks to them about as much as I do. And she's always like sharing what she's learned with me and vice versa. So know that you have this resource. This particular page, you can actually find on our KW agent portal. So all of this data is on the KW agent portal under support contact, okay?
Turn left on the Woodland Drive.
Going to Woodland Drive.
The other thing I want everyone to know about, anyone have any trouble with Command lately? Yeah.
It's so wonky.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit, yeah. So, if you weren't aware, we had a Command, issue, to put it mildly, I think. The good news is that as of now, everything should be up and operational, and if it's not, please reach out to Scott Leroy Marketing or myself. Let us get in and take a look at your systems and see exactly what's going on. What I do want you to understand is that
this was not like a KW of Central PA issue. This wasn't a greater PA region issue. This was KW wide. And the reason that we, didn't have access to some things is that they were really trying to protect our databases and protect our systems, which I for one appreciate. I do want you to know we have this amazing resource. This QR code takes you to this website, which if there's an outage of any sort in any of our tech platforms, it will tell you that there's an outage. And so if you're wondering, is this just my system? Or is it all of KW? Is it all of Command? Am I the only one dealing with this? If you go to this status.kw.com, and there is a place that you can actually subscribe for updates. So like I get emails, if contacts are down, if smart plans are down, they'll actually send out emails alerting us. Here's what's happening, here's why, here's when we anticipate it to be up. So if you just subscribe, you'll get updated as well. We do try to keep up, especially on the Facebook page with, tech issues. I don't, unfortunately, I guess I don't send out a lot of email updates on this because I made an assumption that a lot of people knew about the update, on statuses. So I want to make sure you have this resource and I don't want to inundate you with emails. But I do want you to know what's happening inside the world. Any questions on that?
Bless you.
All right, now the last thing I want to share with you guys, started Christmas shopping? Make Maddie stop, she's at the wrapping. Stop it.
I'm actually, no, I just finished wrapping.
Oh my God. Okay, well, the good news is that you can still take advantage of this. So I have a little present for all of you. You need help with Christmas shopping this year. If you scan this code, it's going to give you this graphic, okay? You can give this to family, friends, anybody that you know of that you think might be a good fit for real estate, or anybody that has expressed an interest in joining real estate. And what this does is this gives them the scholarship opportunity to join the K-Score program, which is the free online education that we have partnered with CAP. For their pre-licensure.
For their pre-licensure. So it's a savings of like $500. And I hate saying this, but there's no commitment for them to partner with KW when they're done. It's not like a contract, or they're not signing their life away to us or anything like that. It is a way for KW to really just partner and give back to the real estate community. And it's an awesome gift that we have to give. So if you scan this, you get this, which you can then print or email or share out on your Facebook pages or communicate it out however you would like to.
And I would just think, like, have you had a client in the last 12 months that were so wonderful to work with because they were so on top of it, that they almost were a step ahead of you throughout the transaction? That's actually how come I got into real estate. So when I needed another job opportunity to help me increase my income, one of my old realtor who helped me buy my first house, I essentially did his job for him. But I did it like willingly. I was like, no, I got this. Like, I'll fax it for you. I'll take care of sending this document in. I liked doing that. So he was actually the one that said, have you ever thought about a career in real estate? Because you're doing this really well. So it might be someone that you helped purchase or help sell a home that might be looking for an opportunity and maybe haven't thought about it. But the gift of you just asking the question could mean the world to them and change their life. Any questions on the K-Score program, how it works, scholarships, any of that?
Yeah, can you, why do we tiptoe around? I've never understood this. Why do we tiptoe around? It's free, but it's not free. We say it's free, but we don't actually, if anybody's recording, we don't call it free, and it's given to us, but not really a gift. It's like something that we do. Is there some is there like, just so that I don't say it wrong, can you tell me what the wrong thing is?
Yeah, so Kaplan provides the education, not Keller Williams, so we can't offer it as free because it's not ours to give. We pay for it, we offer the scholarship. And I mean, that's the bottom line.
we pay for them to be able to take the classes. And again, no strings attached, which a lot of people think they're, you know, oh, I'm gonna sign up. I have to pay you back if I don't finish the, you know, all this negative narrative around it. No, this is just an amazing opportunity for anybody that you know. And I would just focus on the word scholarship. Kaplan and our agreement basically just says we can't say that it's free. Because we're not.
Yeah, because it isn't free. If you think about it, it's free for them.
For them.
But there is, the market center needs to be a part of casework. To be able to offer it as a service.
Gotcha.
Anybody in here do case work? I know Kayla went through our case work program. Anybody else?
Katie Madden.
Katie Madden went through our case work program. It's a great program.
All right, celebrate. I'll be your radio.
Team manager. Team manager. No shame.
$1 million club, individual agents. Went right back. Hold on, there we go. Teams, are we starting with teams? All right, John Alls team, Snyman Henry team, Julie Hess team, Dave Hoover team, Hoover lineup and associate Chaplain group, and Shannon Foster team. We're gonna need multiple.
I feel like the top individual is kind of, I'll bring that back up.
Sounds good. So Adrian's gonna fix that, but we'll go ahead and move on to our top producers. So our top 10 individual agents. Keith Seelover, Riley Delgado, Amy Turnball, Sheila Ziders, Gary Luccio, Taryn Meck, Alec Dormer, Michael Braddock, Tracy Georgette, and Kelly. Wow. Names up there that we don't see often on the list, and that's exciting.
There they are.
There they are. The top individual agents in October, Keith, Riley, Adam, and Eve. Way to go. And top producers, these are agents who closed 3 or more units in the individual agents. So Maddie, Amy, Alec, and Tiffany. Top 5 teams, Chaplain Realty Group, Mike Dreamer, Erica Rawls, and the Coble Realty team. And then top teams or groups or units, Chaplain Realty Group, Erica Rawls team, and the Mike Dreamer team. All right, so I know most of you are on the go more than you are sitting in front of your desktop. So make sure you have our KWCPA link tree saved to your home screen. So when I go on my phone, I actually have the link tree right here as an icon, right on my home screen. So when you do that, if you're on the go, but you want to tune in to an Education Tuesday, our digital training room is going to be right up top. And then some helpful links are right there at your fingertips. So again, if you want to listen to the MREA podcast in your car, if somebody would be kind enough to help Matt set up his CarPlay, he could just go on the link.
I have a bottle of Single Barrel for anybody. If you're over 21.
If you need to remember to request that escrow check,
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at all of you. It's right there at your fingertips. So when you're at that red light, you go, oh, I gotta request that. It's right there. Able to contact our preferred title and lender partner are down at the bottom. I personally use a link tree, so I have one for my own business. I find it very handy, especially if you kind of serve multiple areas. So for example, I'm a team leader here at Keller of Central PA, so I have links in my link tree that are related to that. I'm still a licensed real estate agent, so I have links in my link tree related to want to get pre-approved or you want a CMA on your home. And then also I've got in there just ways for people to schedule one-on-one consults with me. So I would recommend it as if there's a free version for your business. And when you meet people, you just simply text it to them. And now they've got access to all your socials and all the links that you want them to have access to. So maybe if I was Jason Beintoff, I'd have my storage unit information on there too. So it's just a great way to share all the things that you're involved with your favorite people. Oh, coaching corner. All right, we're almost done. And then you get to go get more food and just spend time with each other. So I'm actually going to take this moment. We're going to kind of reintroduce our leadership team because we actually have almost a full staff. So for the last couple of months, Caleb, Adrian, and I have been doing a little bit of all the things together. But now we're able to get back into our lanes, which I learned I need to stay in my lane because sometimes when I start doing things I shouldn't be doing, I just make it messier. So for example, me as your team leader, my role is to help the top 20% of our agents grow in their business, as well as to grow the market center through bringing in other culture fits who are in the top 20% in our market. And what that does for us is it helps us gain market share in our region. More market share makes it easier for you when you're at those listing appointments because your clients are seeing more KW signs out in yards in the local area. So that's my role. So when I start dabbling in things like fun and culture, make it a little messy. You probably don't want the person who had a ton of fun on Saturday revamping my gift budget for the holidays, planning our social hour events. So that's why we delegated. I really did. So that's why we have other leadership team members who can focus on more of those areas. So next up is Adrian, our agent services coordinator and market center tech trainer. Adrian, what would you say are what's in your lane and what's in your top 20%?
Yeah, right now in my top 20%, it is helping to bring on agents who are out in the marketplace that are maybe struggling with their business, looking to grow their business, need a little bit of guidance, right? Right now, of course, our focus is 2025. I want to help agents just crush 2025. So I sort of work alongside Brittany, helping to bring in newer agents, newer to the industry, right? The other thing that I'm here to do is to support you all in your technology, in your onboarding. Really, if you have any questions about any of the resources we have, our agent portal, command, if there's just anything that you need, I'm always here to help. I may not be the one that actually does the thing, but I am happy to get you in the direction that you need to go. And then really just to help support the rest of the leadership team and keep things functioning smoothly.
Love that. And then we have Caleb, our new assistant market center administrator, who was director of marketing, and he decided to volunteer for a new role, and I think he's crushing it. So Caleb, do you want to talk about what's in your lane in your top 20%?
Yeah, so. Oh, yeah, I need to move so they can.
Yeah, come on up here so they can see you.
So basically my new lane has everything to do with finance here, so all the processing of your checks, commissions, escrows, that's going through me now. I'm also, as an assistant MCA, here to support Erin in her role. So anything that she may need, I'm here to support in the operations and finance department. But yeah, if you have any issues with commissions, any issues with escrows on both ends of all the transactions, that's pretty much what I'm dealing with at my top 20%.
I love that. And then last but not least, I would love to introduce to you Erin Rodriguez, our new market center administrator, who is doing well learning all the things that are related to her role. So Erin, what would you say right now What's in your lane and what's your top 20%?
Top 22% is definitely focusing and supporting you all, in any way that you may need. It's also supporting Brittany and Adrian and making sure we're producing and bringing in new agents, therefore growing our profit share. And then all the day-to-day things that you probably don't think of, that's me.
She keeps the lights on.
Mhm. Water paid, all those good things.
Yes, all of those good things. And then eventually she will be helping out with like those more culture related events, Christmas parties, things of that nature. So that's going to be in Karen's role. All four of us can consult at a high level. So again, I remain with the top 20%, so you have to earn your way to be able to coach and consult with me. If you haven't scheduled a meeting with me in a while, this is your sign to do that. We want to make sure you have business plans in place for 2025 and you have direction. Adrian is going to be that second kind of half 20% of our agents. But all of us are trained to do one-on-ones on your business plans. And we're all working together. You might see us every Friday at 9 a.m. We are sharpening our axes together in that conference room so we can serve you at the highest motivational level in 2025. So what's in it for you? Two things. One is you have a full leadership team, so we can serve you at a higher level. I appreciate your patience over the last couple of months. I know commissions, when it passes from one person to the next, there is a little bumps in the road. Because everybody's business is a little bit different. So Caleb's been having to learn all of that. And then Orrstown did a systems change right when he got it down, and now he has to relearn how to do his role. But secondly, what it got me thinking for you is how can we help you stay in your top 20%? So I have had the opportunity to be able to coach with Mark King. So if you remember who Mark King was, he was the past president of Keller Williams. And he's been trying to help us all focus, not just our top 20%, but how do we focus on our top 10? Like what would happen to our businesses if we stayed in the top 10% of activities and delegated or leveraged everything else? And sometimes it might mean just stop doing certain things, right? What are we doing that if you stopped doing, nobody would notice or miss? What can you delegate to say precision TC services so they can help you stay hyper focused? So I would encourage you to take some time and look at your calendar. What can you just delete? Like, what can you say, you know, I'm not doing that? What can you reschedule to a time that maybe you're slower? And then what hurdles are getting in your way that are preventing you from doing the things? So earlier I mentioned oftentimes the things that we need to do are not fun. So is it lead genning with us on Tuesdays? So that way you're held accountable, you're doing it with other people. But that's our sole focus for 2025 is really helping all of you be intentional with growing your profit and your wealth, and then just growing personally to hit those goals. Any questions?
There was one more team member hiding in the hallway that
Miss
I
Jen.
think needs some thanks if you've been in Carlisle in the last month.
We did that.
We did.
Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Well, I want to make sure that I say it though, because it does my heart so good to walk in there and find that place open for business. It looks awesome.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you done?
To get over there to the Carlisle.
Oh,
I think
So
I saw in my memories.
I just want to let you know, guys, that, I have a book ministry with my church. And yet, as Sheila was saying, I'm cleaning out, and yet in my home office, like I read all the time, so I decided, why not start one here? So I brought in like the first box of books that are on the shelf as you leave. So most of them are business books that I've read throughout the years. Take it, read it. When you're done with it, pass it on to somebody else. And I'm gonna continue to bring books in because I have a lot.
I love it.
So, and they're all books like, either, mostly, Learn Through KW or Greg Rochelle, Leaderships, How to Build Wealth, so I have 15 years worth of books I'm gonna start bringing in because they're just sitting on my shelf and I just think they can help people. So please feel free.
And they have notes in them.
Well, yes, some may. If you're not even money in them, let me know.
All right, well, if there's nothing else, y'all may go get some more grub, network, have fun together. Thank you so much for all that you did for us. And we're here if you need to do.
That's been great. My last two settlements have been.
Or I was thinking.
A lot of people don't.